Hey guys, it's Clashy, or Clash, whatever you like to call me, and as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about relationships. So, before I start talking about my personal things of how I experienced it, I would just like to let y'all guys who don't know what this game is called, in the background, it is called Skrubscribe. It's an awesome skateboard game. Get it on the Play Store, it costs money, or you can get it on Google. And yeah, let's get right into this shit. So, this is in 5th grade. I really like this girl. Like, not really where I would like say I loved her, but I liked her. Like, not a lot, but like in the middle. So this was in 5th grade, a month before going to like middle school. So we were both going to this field trip, and I was hoping we both get paired because we did like talk a lot, and I was like the number one most person she would like mostly talk to and talk about random stuff or specific stuff. So everybody wanted, like most people, like the people I talked to wanted me to go out with her since I talked to her like a lot, and that they saw that I would be a good couple with her. But at the time I was like, nah, bro. I didn't have that much swag before, but I did have like a little bit swag. So I didn't ask her out until this day. So we were both going on a field trip to see the world's or some deepest cave, the world's deepest cave. I did not know where it was or what like its actual name was, but that's not very important to what I'm talking about. So as we were driving towards that place, we were just talking, and during the conversation I just popped in a question, who do you like? So she responded with, I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you the first letter. So I was like, this is gonna be easy peasy. I know everyone in the fucking school. So she tells me the first letter of the guy's name. And immediately I knew it was me, because there was only 2 people with the first letter of my name. So I knew it wasn't the other faggot who had the first letter of my name, because that guy was a faggot and nobody fucking likes him. No, just kidding, people liked him. At the time, no one did. So at the time I was like the coolest one there. So it was me. She asked me who I liked, and I told her it was like her, and she was like surprised because I talked to like a lot of people, but it was mostly her. So I asked her out right there and then, and she was like, yeah. So we both started holding hands because that's all I knew at the time. At the time, I didn't know what the concept of being in a relationship was, but I did know what like the natural things to do, like hold hands. But at the time, I didn't know you could like hug, because I was dumb. It's not my fucking fault. I have more swag now, and I know more. So that girl I dated for a month, but this was 2 weeks before going to middle school. So I went to her house. She gave me like her address. I went there. She was expecting me. We both watched TV, started holding hands. Like, if I knew what a relationship was, like what to do and shit, and more swag, like as I do now, I would have kissed her right there and then and maybe fucking fucked her. No, just kidding, guys. Fucking joke. So an hour later, I left her house, and yeah, the next day we still started talking. She told some people. I went to her house. I told some people, and then everybody knew, because then they would tell other people. So yeah. So this was 2 days before going to middle school or leaving the school. So she told me she wasn't going to the same middle school I was going to, and I wasn't that sad where I would cry. I was just like, not that much sad, but a little bit sad that she wasn't going. But we both talked a little and that we would have to break up. So I broke up with her right there. And yeah, the next 2 days we didn't talk because I thought it would be awkward, but I still should have like talked to her about it. So this second girl, I do have more relationships. So these girls I'm talking about, they're not the only ones, but the ones that are important to me. So this second girl, it was in 7th grade. No more first girl, she's not there anymore. This second girl. So she was in my gym for last period. She came up to me, said she was my best friend's sister, and I was like, oh, yeah, nice. So that was all. She walked off, I walked off, and did my own thing, and she did her own thing. So the next day, we started talking like immediately after. We both sat down, started talking about some shit, what my best friend told her. She said that he told her about me, like I was gay, but I told her I'm not fucking gay. I was like, bitch, I ain't no fucking gay. Your father brother was gay. So she started laughing. I popped in a few jokes because that's how I fucking roll, guys. I'm fucking funny. So the next 2 weeks we started talking even more, and I asked her out. Like I had a feeling she liked me back. Like I don't know how to explain this. I just have a feeling where if a girl likes me, I'll kind of know. So I asked her out in the hallways and she immediately said yes. No fucking hesitation. I was like, wow, nice. She was thinking about this. So yeah, I asked her out. Next couple of 3 weeks, started holding hands. The same thing as I did with the first girl. But we started hugging because I had a little bit more understanding of it. So before we broke up, I was gonna kiss her. I told my new best friend, I was gonna do it. So I have a new best friend. He was another different totally guy. We both still talk back and forth, like it was me and then her. So we both talked. I told him, like I messaged him that I was gonna like kiss her, and he was like, nah bro, you ain't gonna do shit. So I told him I was gonna do it, and then he says, nah, you ain't gonna do it. I dare you. Like it wasn't kind of dare. I was already gonna do it, but then he was like, he wanted to see me do it, but I was like, whoa, bro, the fuck you, a stalker? And that was all. Next day, I was gonna kiss her, but then I got kind of nervous. Like I'm never nervous about things, until that day. He was just right there, waiting for the moment. I was gonna go for it. But then he tells my girlfriend that I was gonna kiss her, and it just ruined the moment and shit. I didn't want to kiss her anymore, but then she kisses me on the cheek, and that was that. So 1 week later, her best friend comes in and starts talking shit about me, saying I did that and that. She's like kind of jealous of us. So she kind of pressured her to break up with me, and eventually she did break up with me because of her, I think. I still don't know why or the reason, but we did get back a second time. She asked me out this time, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not, bruh? So we did the same things, play like sports with each other and shit, and then we just broke up after that. Like, I wasn't feeling it, like she wasn't feeling it, and so she broke up with me. Like, I wasn't that guy to cry over a relationship, because it was just a relationship. It wasn't my life, or it was my life. Not like my whole life, but you guys get it. You know what I'm saying. So after that, I started talking to this other girl. Yes, more fucking girls, guys. I can get girls on fucking skilled MLG swag. So this was still in 7th grade. This girl I was talking to was dating my best friend at the time, but they eventually broke up after weeks or months, or I don't really fuck. So she gave me her Kik, and we started talking to each other a lot, like 24/7. Started talking, and then I told her, like, she told me she didn't want to date anyone. We started talking about relationships. I don't know how I mentioned it, but we just got into that conversation. She told me she didn't want to date anyone, like, before, but then I asked her, do you want to date someone, like, now? And she was like, yeah. So I told her if I asked her out right now, she would, like, would you say yes? And she's like, yeah. So I asked her out right there. We both started going out for 3 weeks, but she broke up with me. We didn't get back together, but I'm pretty sure the reason she broke up with me was because her friends pressured her. Like, we didn't kiss. We never were holding hands because we didn't have any, like, classes with each other, but I would see her a lot in the hallways. But it was, like, kind of awkward for me and her to, like, hug or try and kiss, because her and my friends would always be there, so it's kind of, like, weird. So we never did anything with each other, and that was probably one of the reasons she broke up with me. So after that, we're in 8th grade now. I started talking to 2 of these girls. Yes, 2 guys. So I was in a call with one of them. And then I accidentally blurted out that I liked her last year. And she told me that she liked me last year too. But at the time she was dating someone, so I didn't actually ask her out. So she tells me she still likes me to this day, or back then, and I liked her too. So she was dating a guy at the time right now. But after a month or 2, they broke up. So at the time, I didn't know they broke up because it was like a big ass school. So I didn't know they broke up. But one of her friends walks up to me and says she wants to go out with me. And I was like, tell her yeah. So I did. But before that girl, I was talking to this other girl first. She was my ex's best friend, or my best friend's ex, or the girl I dated who got pressured. So it was one of those girls. She is, like, kind of hot, but the girl I'm with now is hotter, so, or both, I don't know. So I was talking to her. I told her if she liked me, and she was like, yeah, I have feelings for you. And I told her I had feelings for her, but she told me I can't go out with you, and I told her why. She was like, because it would ruin our friendship together, both of us and her best friend. So I was like, what a bitch. You're gonna let her control her? She's gonna control you? Are you, like, kind of her bitch? And it's like, yeah, kind of. So we still talk to this day a lot, but I did get with the other girl. We still do a bunch of stuff. I did get more swag, and like we started kissing and stuff. I'm not gonna get into detail unless you want me to. But guys, I think that's the end of the video. So as always, guys, stay scrubby, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, peace.